Well, friends, I have found my golden goose. Not just one, but two of the Walthers Southern Pacific SD9Es. And I will be talking about them in this episode of Psycho for Tycho.
From Tycho, of course.
So, in this particular episode, we're actually talking about DCC speakers and different models and types. I have not one, but two of the now discontinued Walthers SD9s from Southern Pacific that were built for Southern Pacific. And these things are really, really cool. I'm going to show you some of the pros and cons that I like about it. Obviously, one of the biggest pros, it's really prototypical set. It's got the right horns. It's got, I don't know if these are the right horns, and these horns kind of look bad now that I look at it, but the lighting package is very nicely detailed and set up. However, when I run the lights, because of the single LED in there, it looks like one of the lights is burned out. That's my only con about the system, and that can probably be an easy fix with, say, fiber optics, which I talked about in a previous video. Now, this one was already DCC installed with the Lock Sound or Loc Sound system. This one here, the 4403, is one that was DCC ready. So this one was a little cheaper. I mean, my credit card is hurting on these. Now, with this one, I went ahead and put in another one of those Digitrax decoders and my own speaker. And this is kind of sort of what happened. So first we're going to hear the 4397 with its Loc Sound or Loc Sound. I'm going to use the term Loc Sound, but yeah, this one's got the Loc Sound in it. So we're going to just get it all fired up here. If it'll fire up. There we go. It's weird how this thing is set up. I have to actually turn off the mute switch. I'll be honest, this is a beautiful sound. I love the sound of the EMB 567s. Oops, I turned it off. The horn sounds beautiful. I'm still learning how to run the controls on the Loc Sound decoders. And if I can get this thing to go. No, I forgot I had these MU'd together when I was testing them earlier. So, yeah, this is the DCC equipped SD9. Now, this is the one that I put in. So let's give that one a go here. Can you even hear that? I can't hear it. And that's the thing that's really been interesting me so far with DCC is speaker placement, speaker hookups. I'm using the same speaker on this as I'm using in other locomotives. And for whatever reason, one sounds louder, one sounds quieter, and no matter what I do, I can't get the sound out right. So we're going to talk about speakers today, and I'm going to show you exactly the speaker that I got for this, and hopefully with the work that has to be done will be quick and easy. So as I'm saying here, in any model locomotive, speaker placement is important. And so this is a speaker I got, and this is from Scale Sound Systems. This cost me about 12 bucks. We're going to install it in this unit, and then hopefully we'll get some good sound out of it. Now I've got 4 of these Walthers engines so far, and they're a love-hate relationship when it comes to this hobby. I think the more we get into detail, the more fragile stuff that breaks or comes loose. I've got a set of Athearn SW1500s, also in Southern Pacific. They're beautifully detailed, but they're also beautifully fragile. So I got to take off 5 screws. The fuel tank, the couplers, and the body. And that'll expose us deep into the confines of Walthers SD9. Now I'm hoping for any of you Southern Pacific fans who have not been able to get this when it had its first introduction about, I'd say 3, 4, 5 years ago or so. Well, anyways, when Walthers first came out with this, I'm hoping for a re-release. I know Rapido just came out with their SD9s and SD10s, but like every other model railroad company, and this is what's driving me nuts, when they do Southern Pacific, they do it in the Black Widow almost as delivered schemes. Okay, now here comes the fun part. Got to pull it straight up. Got that screw out. Eventually I'm going to have to take this out again because I want to paint the engineer and the fireman. But yeah, you see with their setup, I don't know if I can zoom in here or not. That's their lighting system. It's just a bunch of LEDs. And like I said, the bad part about the LED placement is where it goes into the light placement here. Doesn't really give it... It doesn't light up all the bulbs. So like I said, this is a good example of how you would change it out to fiber optics. Alright, now this system comes out rather easily. This is where the speaker is located. So we just have to unscrew it. And this now goes by the wayside. And there's my little speaker in there. Which I thought would put out enough noise. I've put 2 speakers in here. You would think that I would have enough sound, but as you heard here on the video, it's weaker than a brand new baby just out of the womb, as my grandfather would say. Now this states it's a drop-in speaker, and it looks like, if I can get myself centered here, it looks like I'm going to have to solder the wires from the plug into this, and I got to see how it drops in. I wonder if it came with instructions. No, it came with a receipt and a card and a candy bar. But it definitely, oh, okay, I see. That's how you drop in. It just drops into the little crevice right here. And then I guess I put the cover back on, maybe? Will the cover even fit? First of all, let me take out my mini speakers. Yeah, this episode, definitely I am open to suggestions on like literally everything, because this speakers are still new to me. I do like that though. Okay, so the speaker does not fit directly in here at all. Intriguing. So I guess we leave that cover exposed. And what keeps it from... Interesting. So it's a 3D printed enclosure, and I can tell by all the scribe lines. So I'm going to get some of my favorite stuff, Walther's Goo, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mount that in there as soon as I redo the wiring here. Yeah, let me zoom out. Oops. So I'm going to redo the wiring here. I'm going to solder it onto the speaker. I'm going to use some of Walther's famous Goo, which is like a rubber cement, to mount this up. And then we'll go ahead, we'll put it all back together, and we'll try it out on the track. Alright, and here is the moment of truth as we fire this thing up. Oh my. That is a lot louder than my small speakers. Definitely will be a nice addition at the club. Alright, let's run it through the motions. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that sound. That sound is phenomenal. Whoa. Hook this up to okay, that one. I just wanted to fire this one up here This one's got a tinier sound, and this is the Loke sound. Wait. Whoops. I gotta glue that down. This sounds tinier than the other one. So, definitely with the Scale Sound System speaker, it's a lot better than the installed speaker for the Loke sound. Let me turn that off so I can actually talk, because now I sound like I'm in an engine shop. So, here's what I've got, okay? Kudos for Scale Sound System's speaker. It's definitely got a nice, rich sound to it, so I'm going to get another one of these, and eventually I'll install it into this, because, I mean, the sound is ridiculous. It's great. So, yeah. Speakers definitely make locomotives. I'm still going to use these for certain applications, obviously, on some engines, but I am sold on Scale Sound Systems. So we're going to try this in another project locomotive in the future, and we're going to install one into this. But yeah, this sounds great. Now, like I said, everything comes with a pro and con, and the con with the Scale Sound speakers is there really wasn't much of an instruction manual, and I kind of get that. There's really no instruction manual on any of the speakers I got. The fact that it wasn't wired is another minus in my book. And the fact that the speaker wasn't marked with a positive or a negative on there, also kind of a bad mark. But other than that, I mean, the sound is ridiculous, especially compared to this literal stock DCC and sound-equipped SD9E. I mean, it's ridiculous. Now, I have two other steam locomotive projects in the works for future videos. One is going to be a Southern Pacific 260 steam engine. And the other one is going to be a Tonopah and Goldfield 10-wheeler. And I'm going to tell you right now, these I'm not going to use. I'm actually going to look for another one of these drop-in speakers for my Virginia Truckee steam locomotive, which is a Bachmann hybrid, and we're going to go with that. And yeah, so this has basically been a review of the Scale Sound System's drop-in speakers, as well as me, getting the golden goose here, and just another tutorial on when you're installing DCC, if you convert your Tycos to DCC, or you switch out the shells to maybe a DCC ready shell and you're not happy with the sound. This has been basically a way of saying, hey, Scale Sound Systems, you're pretty awesome. So until then, I am Psycho for SD9s. Hey friends, I know you're at the end of the video and all that, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out that if you're in Carson City or any of the surrounding neighborhoods, come on down to Mills Park. We're the Carson City Railroad Association. My model railroad club happens to be at. We've got both HO scale and N scale. We run modular displays. We also have, during the summer months, a 2-foot tourist railroad that kind of goes around half the park. Membership fee is about $35. If you want to run some trains, come on down. Just let us know. Link in the description, and the link is right here at the bottom. And have a good one. I'm Psycho for Tycho. We'll see you next time. Oh, that just sounds ridiculous. I'm going to play with them.